Hello, and welcome to Miraworks. In this video, I will tell you about the main functions and capabilities of our platform and show you how you can use Miraworks to create multi-vendor specifications, draw topology diagrams, and export specifications as proposals. First, create a project and a specification. For higher convenience and better navigation, you can group projects and specifications in folders. Click the Quick Start button and the system will create them automatically. You can add new equipment items to your specification in one of the following ways. If you have a ready-to-use solution, you can import it to your project directly. If you know equipment models and item numbers, you can add them with a catalog. Alternatively, you can use the questionnaire, a form where you specify the properties of equipment items you need. Once you fill out the form, the system will automatically find relevant models, components, and licenses. Finally, you can add equipment to your specification using Topology Editor, a tool where you can design a diagram of your future network. No matter how you add your equipment, your specification and diagram will always be synchronized. Let's add equipment using the tool called Topology Editor. You can start with a blank topology or use various templates of typical architectures. Pick the topology template of a small campus with a two-tier network architecture. It already comprises multiple devices including access switches, aggregation switches, and a firewall with pre-configured properties that are natural for the devices of such level. To prepare the final specification, we just need to pick the equipment items that we need. You can either use the preset parameters or adjust them as you see fit. In the questionnaire interface in this side menu, you will see the parameters that the system used in the current topology template. Let's apply them as they are and pick a Cisco firewall from the search results. You can see that the firewall sign became colored in our topology. This means we have selected a specific equipment item. Select an aggregation switch in the same way. In the questionnaire, you can disable question groups that you find irrelevant or pick answer presets to fill out the form faster. In this case, we use the equipment parameters that are pre-configured in the template. Now let's move on to the search results. Here you can compare different equipment items or select a specific vendor whose products you would like to see. All search results will be sorted by relevance, where first will be the positions that match all the parameters specified in the questionnaire. Along with the relevance-based grouping, all equipment items are sorted by price. Before picking an equipment model, you can view the items that are included with the model you chose and compare such overall properties against the questionnaire specifications using this item-by-item comparison that covers every parameter. Let's add a switch to our topology. The only thing that is missing is access switches. Walk through the procedure of adding equipment items again using the preset parameters. You see that these are switches that accommodate 48 PoE ports. Choose Cisco in the search results and add the switch. Our specification is almost ready. Now it's time to visit the specification interface. Here we can see the models that we have already selected and the blank stencil for which we haven't picked any equipment item yet. As I told you, your specification and topology always synchronize and harmonize. You can add an equipment item for this stencil in any way that is convenient for you. In the topology template, there was the 24-port switch. Go to the search results, choose Cisco, and add the switch to any stencil. Your specification is now finished. You can view it as a table and see all the components without a need to plunge into every equipment item one by one. Now get to the Discounts tab. Here you can either set a specific discount for every individual item or apply a discount preset that is pre-configured in the organization profile. The latter option may come in handy when we know the discounts a vendor provides. Here, a specific value is set for each category. Time to talk a little about how to collaborate on a specification. The Activity tab will show you the full log of changes made by the users related to you. There you can find what was done, when, and by whom. This can be really helpful in joint work on a project. And in the Project Information tab, you can invite other users to collaborate on the project and manage their rights. When your specification is all set, it's time to export it. Besides standard Excel and PDF formats, you're free to export specifications as proposals. For that, create a profile of your organization and fill out all the required fields of the quote template, which include facsimile, sales, and text content. Let's see what we'll have after exporting our specification. Choose the name of your company or proposal templates and export the specification. As a result, you will get your specification in the form of a proposal on the company's official blank. Once exported, you can send this proposal to your customer. Now let's assume the customer requested us to prepare the analogous specification but compiled for equipment from another vendor. Miraworks will cut the time effort for this task to less than a minute. Just duplicate the existing specification, click Convert, and select the vendor you need. Currently, the system offers Huawei and Juniper besides Cisco, but more vendors will be added soon. Conversions are background processes, but they may take some time. In this case, the process is finished. As you can see in the specification, every item was replaced with a corresponding analog from Juniper. When selecting the substitutions, the system adhered to the parameters we specified in the questionnaires. It's a wrap. In our scenario, we create our specification from scratch. Now, let's discuss another typical task when we need to create a specification based on an Excel file. For that, we use the import function. The source files will be quotes and exported specifications from Cisco and Huawei configurators. Almost always, we don't need to reformat such import specifications. To import a specification, it will be enough just to choose two columns, one containing the item numbers and the other with item quantities. Prices are optional, and you only need to include them if you need to compare the input data to the price list. The system analyzes the file content and reports an error if it can't find any of the item numbers. In this case, the missing elements are service contracts that the system doesn't have so far. So accept the warning, and the system will display the item numbers that will be skipped. And here you are, you get a new, shiny specification. As you can see, there are two devices with the component structure kept intact. You can then manage the configuration as if it was a regular specification, and if you do, the system will display appropriate errors and check if the configuration is correct after your adjustments. Another function that is especially helpful in multi-vendor configuration is automatic selection of compatible transceivers. To use this function, open Topology Editor where you see two switches shown as stencils. Then create a link between them and specify the parameters of that link. Let it be multi-mode optics 10 GB 200 meter channel. Following these properties, the system will suggest mutually compatible Huawei and Cisco transceivers. Well, our brief review is now finished. We'd be happy to see you among the Miraworks pioneer users. And as long as our platform is in alpha now, you may notice bugs and lack of smoothness. In this regard, we'd highly appreciate it if you test drive Miraworks and share your suggestions by contacting us at beta@miraworks.io. Thank you for your attention. Do magic and achieve success in your projects.